Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SoundRATTLE podcast. I'm here with Dylan Singletary. I'm Leaudrey Norris, and we're going to be talking about media technology and how it's changed the world of music. Dylan, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, so also thank you for having me on today.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. Mainly a lot of what I do is songwriting. I love to write. I probably write about 5 songs a week, 200 songs in probably 6 months.
Wow,
so
that's a lot.
I'm always writing no matter what, whether I'm writing down lyrics on a sheet, whether I'm always keeping them on my phone, whether I'm just making a random voice memo. I'm always thinking of different songs, always.
So talking about media technology, how do you feel that that's, just off the top of your head, made an influence on your music?
So a lot of it is, back in the day, you would have to have a $50,000 console at least. Most of the time, it'd be closer to like $100,000, honestly. And you would need that all the time, and you need a big studio. You would need $1,000 microphones, and that'd be like that times 5 or 10. It just depends what you were doing. But however, with that now and new technology, that's made it to where it can be done in anyone's bedroom, basically.
Right.
Kind of the idea of kind of like the bedroom producer. And so something like this is called an Apollo Twin. This is basically the industry standard, most powerful in the business. This is around $1,200.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, it's small, but like it has some weight to it, but it's still portable enough you can carry it anywhere. And so it has computer processing in it as well. And so, again, it kind of helps your computer take some weight off your computer processing power to make any music you want to make.
Let's talk a little bit about song royalties and what role that plays in today's world.
Yeah, so back in the day, you could really make a living just off of touring and album sales. Back in the day, you could do that, which back then, an album roughly only costed around maybe $6,000 to produce. Nowadays, with country records, it's probably going to be close to $50,000.
Oh, wow.
In like a real big studio production. And even with pop and rock music, that goes even higher because a lot of it's mostly electronic. And so you're looking at probably about $70,000 to $90,000 for a lot of albums. Kind of the idea of supply versus demand. And so, but also at the same time, that's why studios are going out of business, because you have people who can produce a full album using something like this in their bedroom. And so studios now have to find different ways to make money.
Yeah.
And so they have to, again, that's when you have deals with record labels, which basically, in my opinion, are just banks. You have issues with people in streaming deals.
Yeah.
And so what happens is that with streaming companies like Spotify, Apple Music, one I think of is Pandora, which is a little different how they're structured, Amazon Music, all their streaming websites, the money they pay for streams is abysmal. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. While streaming is good for new artists and getting their name out there, it's also bad for artists who were in the middle. So for example, the most streamed song at one time was Thinking Out Loud. That song had over 3 billion streams, billion with a B. And so, and the song and royalties for streaming is about, if I'm correct, according to the last time I looked at it, it was about 0.03 cents a share.
Wow.
Or 0.03 cents.
Jeez.
A stream. And so if you're 3 billion streams, that's still a lot of money. But the thing is where playlists come in. And playlist artists like Ed Sheeran, that's where all the playlist curating is going to go to. For example, a song that I wrote, it's called Let's Drive. I wrote it with my best friend Grayson Campbell and then artist Bonnie Lang. And with that song has, I think it has roughly 1,000 streams.
Oh, wow.
On it. Yeah, it has
That's
like 1,000
great.
streams. But I'm also only have songwriter royalties. And so songwriter royalties, that means my cut of that song stream is cut from the normal amount.
Oh,
because you have different royalties. And so what it does is that it basically makes songwriters not really that relevant anymore. But at the same time, it also has pushed, because songwriters can't make a living off of just one song unless it hits number one. That's another story. But if it's just one song, that's why you have people constantly putting out content all the time, because it turned from quality to quantity. They think if you just flood the market with your content, similar kind of idea that, like, I think we're in kind of we're flooded with content.
And then do you make money off this when someone listens to it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now this
Okay.
one, not as much, just because one, it's kind of a low, like not really high artist right now. And number two, it's mainly, one, I have writer credits. And so when I have writer credits, that even cuts credits down even more. So, I mean, roughly that's a problem with songwriting these days, is that I've probably in 3 months, I made about 30 cents.